Hello, so we're on to table 6 with the Pinball FX2 table reviews, and for this one it is going to be another table like the last few that I've done, which is only available as a single table, so it's $1.99, and it is a table that I vehemently detest. It's not as bad as V12, but V12 is the only table that is worse than this one. Now, if you're already familiar with the Pinball FX2 game, then you will have a pretty good idea that I'm speaking, of course, of Civil War. This is a Marvel table. This table has actually been available for a little while now. It's at least a couple of years, so it came out long before the film. I think the film only came out this year, didn't it? Oh. So let's take a look at my poster reset best is 11.7 million, and on the local high scores my best of all time is just over 13 million, so I've only had 2 scores better than my current best. So you can probably tell from the scores on here, this is a fairly low scoring table. That in itself isn't really a problem, but it has all manner of other features that most definitely are problems. Something else that I don't like about this table is when you first load it, your first go begins straight away, which I don't like. And like Guardians of the Galaxy, when you start there is a multi-ball session, however you can skip it. So I'll probably end up having 2 goes of this. I don't really want to have any more than 2 because I fucking hate this one. But yeah, I'll do 2, one where I do the multi-ball session and one where I will skip it. If you skip it, it goes straight to where basically it gives you the points that you would have amassed from your best ever attempt at that multi-ball session, which isn't too bad. For me that's something like 2.4 million I think, so not a bad amount. Anyway, let's get this fucking thing over with. Now you can see from the screenshot there, this table is pretty much all ramps, but that's not so much an issue. I don't care too much if tables are
violent clash between superheroes and supervillains near an elementary school,
ramps or not. So the multi-ball starts, but straight away one goes out, and that happens a hell of a lot. And as soon as one of the ball goes out, that's the end of the multi-session. So you choose your side, whether it's Iron Man or Captain America. I can't stand either of them, but Iron Man is certainly the more bearable of the 2. Now, what you saw there is an illustration of why I hate this table so much. Part of the design. The ramps which lead to these long fucking rails that drop down to where the flippers are, it drops the ball right on top of the flippers. Not only that, it drops the ball right by the very tip of the fucking flipper, so if you do not act fast enough, the ball will go straight out. And that is by far the worst aspect of this table. If they didn't do that, if they'd actually, you know, put the flippers or the area where the ball is placed by the flippers, if they put that in the regular position, it wouldn't have been so bad. But by doing this, they have made it absolutely fucking diabolical.
Spider-Man has teamed with Captain America.
So all of the various other superheroes decide who they will side with in the Civil War, whether it is Captain America or Iron Man. It's basically something to do with some like superhero registration thing. I mean, for all I know, that's what the film's about. I've never seen it, never will.
Also known as the Thing, has left the Fantastic Four and the country after an epic battle among heroes.
Evasive maneuver! It's all insanity out there. And I don't
Looks like we're going straight into the fight. And that's straight down.
Has joined with Captain America's Secret Avengers.
So popularity bonus of 654,000. That's quite high for this.
That is a huge leap forward.
Now, aside from the design flaws and all the other guff and that, the other aspect about the table is that it is simply boring. It doesn't help that it's, you know, the subject matter is something I couldn't give a monkey's toss about. I'm not a big fan of superheroes at the best of times, but yeah, this is just dull. The subject matter is something I couldn't give a monkey's toss about.
You knew what you were doing, Tony.
Right, so I'm up to 5.5 million, so there's no way I'm going to get a new best score on this thing. Again, the ramps are quite steep, so you will frequently hit the ball up them, but it will just turn around and come back. And of all the tables, this is possibly the worst for the positioning of the ramps, meaning that if the ball doesn't go all the way up them and comes back down again, it will land straight between the two flippers.
This isn't what I wanted.
So 6.1 million for that go. I'll have one more go.
Connecticut, a violent clash between superheroes
So flippers,
and
I'll start the multi-ball
near an
again.
elementary school,
See if I can
resulted
actually
in a monstrous
do anything in it
explosion.
this time.
The recent call for superhuman
What you have to
levels
do
of
is
an all-time high
is hit the flashing lanes.
I've got survivors over here.
Which is a lot easier said than done. Especially when the ball does what that one did, starts going up the ramp and then comes back down again. And that's gone straight out, so that's the end of that mode. So I scored 1.9 million, which is fuck all.
Masked heroes have been a part of this.
So again, choose whether you want to side with Iron Man or Captain America. I can't stand either of them, but they will do Iron Man.
Villains did.
You think I don't know
So that score that I got from that
people in our position need
multi-ball session has actually been added to my previous best in the multi-ball. So
side with Iron Man.
flippers are doing nothing.
That is a huge leap forward.
I don't know what the fuck happened there, but the flippers weren't doing anything until the ball actually, well, was it right by them.
Spider-Woman has gone rogue and joined with Captain America.
I don't get why the ball suddenly speeds up and whatever. I don't know why it does it. I don't like that it does it. There's a lot of things I don't like about this fucking table. So the worst thing though is where
Captain America's underground movement.
where the ball is placed when it comes off the ramps. Whether it be that it goes all the way around them and then is dropped in a stupid position by the flippers, or if it doesn't go all the way around them, in which case 99 times out of 100 it will then go straight between them, as that one nearly did. So yes, it's of all of the tables that are superhero based, this is the worst. Don't know how I started this multi-ball session. I can't even see what I'm meant to hit. Looks like not there, but close to it. Get into that rotating section. Oh, flippers aren't doing anything, so it must be it's over. And straight down the fucking side.
I thought you said you knew what you were doing, Tony.
So what do I get for a bonus there? 785,000. It's not a bad bonus. Alright, on the ball 2. So at best this table is frustrating and boring. At worst it has a fucking horrible design which puts the ball
also known as the
in the worst place it possibly could.
The country after an epic battle among heroes.
It's all insanity out there, and I don't want no part of it.
Yeah, it's describing this as easy. Right. I've got to hit one flashing lane. It's over there. Fuck it, missed it. Oh, you see what I mean about how fucking, and then straight down the fucking middle.
Against registration.
Fucking just get a move on. Popularity bonus certainly plummeted there.
The Sentry now supports superhuman registration. Spider-Man has teamed with Captain America.
Still won't go up that fucking ramp. And straight down the fucking middle again.
That is a huge leap forward.
So that looked like it was going straight down the middle. The table is too quiet.
And joined with Captain America.
That's
This isn't what I wanted.
Fuck off.
Not at all.
So 10.3 million. Somehow that ended up being my 4th best go of all time. Fuck knows why. I really do not want to have another go at this fucker. I fucking hate this table with a passion. I mean,
In Stamford,
I'm
Connecticut.
going to skip the multi-ball.
600 innocents lost their lives in Stamford, Steve, all because of reckless attempts at superheroics.
So,
can I count on your support for superhuman
let's do the
registration?
review then. And graphically, it doesn't look too bad.
But you're asking me to
especially when the red and blue lights are
need to stay above politics. Or
lit. It does look quite good.
Ms. Marvel is Captain America's latest recruit.
But the layout is horrendous. The ramps are all quite steep, but if the ball doesn't go through or actually make its way along the ramps and comes back down again, it nearly always goes straight between the two flippers. If the ball does go all the way around the flipper, or all the way around the ramps, it's placed right on the very tip of the flippers, and you basically have to react immediately. You don't have the chance to, you know, aim like that. The audio goes from one extreme to the other. It's either very quiet a lot of the time, or you've got this irritating voices just babbling away throughout. And of all the tables that rely on luck,
the last several months has resurfaced and killed the Avenger known as Goliath. This is terrible.
Yeah, how fucking terrible. What a surprise, I missed it. It's going to go straight down.
Vision has become part of the outlawed Secret Avengers.
So that's yeah, layout, graphics, audio done. I fucking hate the table. I can guarantee that I will never play this one again once this goes over. I score it, well, it's definitely a minus. V12 got -10, so this gets -9 out of 10. Even if you have all of the other tables and are tempted to get this one just to complete the set, don't. It may only be £2, but it's a complete waste of £2.
Now supports superhuman registration.
Yeah, it's just shit out of a dog's arse, this thing, it really is. I don't know why I got that million. And straight down the fucking middle, because it didn't go around there, it came back. So yeah, bollocks to this fucking table. That's it, that's more than enough for me. I fucking hate this thing. This is another one like V12, where if this was the first table you played after the free one, you would never go near this game again, because it's a fucking pile of shit. So -9 out of 10 for Civil War. Avoid it like the plague. So we'll be back with table 7 once I've recovered from having to endure this bollocks again.